So in today's video, we will learn the technique used to paint on glass. So the materials you will need are photo frame. Any size of your choice will work, but for today's project, I will be using an 8x10 photo frame, paintbrushes, a Sharpie, a picture of your choice, and acrylic paint. The paint that I will be using is from Apple Barrel. You could use any paint of your choice. The first step is to remove the backing of the photo frame, and I did this with a pair of tweezers because I actually could not get those to come up by themselves. And with this part, be careful because the sides of the glass and the corners can be sharp. Once you have removed the backing, put it off to the side because we will need it during the end of this project. This part is optional, but I went in with a wet paper towel and I just wiped down the glass. So the next step is to grab a Sharpie and lay the glass on top of your picture. You can lay your glass horizontally or vertically, any way you prefer, but you will just go ahead and trace the outline of your picture. So my first layer when I sketched out the drawing was not dark enough, so in this clip I'm just going over the Sharpie again just to make the lines more defined and darker. But if your lines are defined and darker, you can just skip this step. This step is optional, but I didn't like how the Sharpie was still not dark enough even with the second coat, so I just went in with black paint and I just traced over the lines again just to make the lines more darker. So in this clip, I'm showing you guys how to clean up your lines and fix any imperfections. I just went in with a damp brush and basically just erased anything I needed to erase. So after touch-ups and cleaning up anything we need to clean up with black paint or Sharpie, just a reminder that our final product will be on the other side of our glass. As you guys can see, I flipped over the glass to show you guys what my final product looks like as of right now. So just flip yours over to make sure that you like it and make sure that the lines are thick enough and black enough for your liking. So for the next part of the project, we have to focus on the inside, the first layer, or we could say what comes first. So if we take a look at the face and the eyes, the first thing that would come first in the eyes would be the 3 little dots or the glare in the eye. Therefore, on the glass, I would have to paint the white dots first, then I would have to paint the black. If we paint black first, then paint the white, it's not going to show up because remember, the final product will be on the other side of the glass. As you can see here, I'm just going in with white paint and painting the 3 dots first. As you can see here, I'm painting black right on top of the white because we are flipping the glass over for the final product. So when the paint dries, just flip over the glass to make sure you guys are on the right path. And this is what I meant by layering. I did the white dots first, and then I filled in the eyes with black. So now I'm going to go in with the rest of the colors and just finish the first layer of this painting. This technique is the opposite of a canvas technique because if we were on a canvas, then we would have done the body first, then the eyes, then the glare, then the nose. But since we're on glass, we have to do everything the opposite. Just a tip for painting on glass, I recommend you guys going in with a light layer of paint because as you guys can see here for the hearts, I went in with a thick layer of paint and the paint was just not sticking to the glass at all. Keep on adding more layers to the paint so the paint is not see-through. So now we just need to cover the project with the base color. The base color for my project would be this dark blue that I'm pointing to on the screen. Find the base color for your project and we will cover the whole project with the base color. So for this part, I didn't color inside the lines because remember on the other side it won't show up. So you guys can paint outside the lines, but remember, just don't paint outside the black lines. So to speed up the drying process, I put my picture in front of the fan, but if you guys don't want to do that, you guys can just let it air dry. And right now I'm just flipping the glass over with my sleeve so fingerprints don't get on the glass. So when you flip over the glass, you guys should have something similar to the picture you have printed out. I by accidentally got paint on that spot, but for reference, this is the picture compared to the picture I painted. Last step for this project is to put the glass back in its frame. So for the background, I just used the picture that was given. You guys can use any color paper you want for the background, but I just flipped the picture over and placed it in the frame. So I just put the backing of the frame back in its place, and I closed it down with tweezers. Flipping the photo frame over, this should be the final product. You guys should have something similar to the photo you have printed out. Thank you guys so much for watching.